Hi, Cancer. This is your tarot reading for 2016. Okay, it's been very busy, and so I apologize for being late with these readings. I do thank everybody for their support, the subscribers, and many of you have contacted me. Strength card tried to pop out again. This has been showing up in everybody's spread. And Nine of Wands, Cancer, just came out for you. Okay, so I'll put that there. So, yes, that 6 to 7 hour block of time I need to get the videos done um, has been elusive, provided I don't stay up all night. Um, I'm using the same deck from the February love readings, which were obviously very successful. I think a lot of you, um, the February love readings, I got such a huge response. Um, and I appreciate it. If you would like to get a special reading on relationships, please see my description, and the links will be there for my online appointment book, my email, and if you just want to make a small donation, $1, you're welcome to do that as well, but it's not necessary. The next card that fell out for you, Cancer, is the World. Okay, very beautiful card. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the cards. The next card for you is Ace of Wands in reverse. We have the Star. Oh my goodness. This is like the third time, the third sign the Star has shown up. It's been prominent in a lot of readings. We have Eight of Cups in reverse. This will be in the center of your spread. We have Three of Cups, Cancer. Now you're a water sign, so those cards are going to be very relevant for you. We have the Page of Swords. This showed up also, I think, for Taurus. Five of Cups. And the Hangman in reverse. These are such beautiful cards. I will pull one outcome card at the end of the reading, and you will also get an Angel Oracle card. So, let's see what major arcana cards you have here. And it looks like you have three. You have the World, completion, ending of a cycle, beginning again. You have the Star. This is hope, a positive outcome for the future. Then you have the Hangman in reverse. And so when it's upright, the Hangman means a difficult emotional situation that is sort of very, you're trying to hang in there, pardon the pun. but you're also trying to heal and figure out um, what to do in that situation. And as you can see, he's upside down. Now, to explain this card in a different way, when we do yoga, the purpose of yoga, for instance, is to take on a series of difficult positions in with our body, but to still maintain mental equilibrium and peacefulness, no matter what difficult position our bodies are in. So, in a way, this is a reference to yoga, in my opinion, that even though it's chaos around you, and no matter what difficult position you're in, you still have some peace, you still have some stability, and you'll get yourself out of it eventually. You will get upright again. Now, this is in reverse. So it could mean that there could be some emotional turmoil. Um, Now he's standing upright. He's hanging up. His head is towards the sky, but the interesting thing is his feet are still bound. Okay. And so there could be a lack of emotional, things might, a chaotic situation may come. And this is because we see this Page of Swords in reverse and this Five of Cups as well. But I will get to that later. So we go to starting a new cycle, beginning again, because after the World, you start over with the Major Arcana. Interestingly enough, there's an ace. Aces always mean new beginnings, the beginning of a new cycle, but this is upside down. I will get to that. The Major Arcana, the new cycle, a new hope. I sound like a Star Wars film. And then the Hangman in reverse. So you start something. If this is a relationship, we're starting over again, or there could be a new relationship. And so it could be that this relationship, you have high hopes for this relationship, but it might end up causing a little bit of turmoil. There might be some obstacles to overcome. You only have three major arcana. So, and that's weird because no one's getting a lot of major arcana. Um, but there's not going to be a lot of huge changes. It seems like this is something that's still within your control. Now, Eight of Cups is in the center of your spread, and Eight of Cups is leaving behind, walking away. And you see this young man walking away for something better. And so, Cancer, you're definitely a cups, you're water all the way. This is in reverse, so maybe because of your water and your emotions, you've decided not to leave something behind. You're going to give something another try, which is why I think we see the World here. So this story is coming together here. That maybe the reason why your near future seems a little bit turbulent is because maybe you're sticking around or holding on to something for the wrong reasons. Now, beginning at the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is a card about insecurities, uncertainty, learning from your mistakes. Sometimes it can mean worry that a negative situation will happen again. It can lead to, um, what is that? That phrase where a self-fulfilling prophecy. If we're worried about something happening, it usually ends up becoming true. There's a lot of insecurity and uncertainty and a concern or worry about our control over the situation. And this is a fire, wands are fire. And so the fact that we have this uncertainty, but then we come into this closure. And note how the woman here, it's interesting. The woman here in the world, she has a wand. And then we get this Ace of Wands in reverse, that maybe you were trying to put closure on a situation and move forward. But this Ace of Wands, and Wands means a new opportunity, new inspiration, creativity. Um, this is in reverse. Um, this desire, this wand that you had in your hand, and all three of the cards, someone's holding a wand in their hand, Cancer. And so now this wand is in reverse. We have not been able to necessarily leave something behind. And I think this is why the Eight of Cups starts showing up here, because we wanted closure, but we don't have closure. We didn't leave, whatever this is, we didn't leave it behind. Note the young man also has a wand in his hand. So wands in hand seem to be very significant here. Um, but Cancer, you sometimes I get the feeling, Cancer, that you feel so much and that you can be so emotionally vulnerable. And I think that's true for a lot of all the water signs, that there's this emotional attachment that makes us do things that maybe we shouldn't, or maybe we give so much to a certain situation when we shouldn't. And whatever this is, because of your emotions, you're sticking around and you're ignoring your fears, I think. Sorry for the coughing. I don't know why. There I am surrounded by students in my day job, and sometimes I do get sick from these students. So I've been drinking a lot of green tea, trying to ward things off here. And so, Cancer, I'm beginning to understand your story, that you are being very loving and nurturing, and you're trying to put closure and walk away, as indicated by the world. But you're not quite doing that just yet. You're putting your best intentions and hopes forward. That brings us to this Three of Cups, where we have this celebration of friendship. Now, there are some of you who might be having some friendship trouble. It's not always about relationships, but you can see there's a celebration and you have three friends drinking wine and having a party. It can also mean a very casual energy in a relationship, that there's love and affection, but it's not quite serious because there are three cups. When it's two cups, then it gets serious. You have that partnership, you have that commitment. But when a three of cups shows up, and I've read that sometimes the three of cups can mean an engagement, um, but it does, in a general sense, I've always interpreted this card as friendship and celebration and partying. Not, there's lots of love and emotion here, but it's not quite about the commitment or partnership or marriage. It's just the general love and affection that people have. And maybe that could also apply to a family situation as well. And so Cancer, after sticking around and being committed, to this person or situation, then I think we get blinded. We don't see what we're doing. We don't We're so overtaken with our emotions here, especially with this 3 of Cups. The Page of Swords, which is the card of clarity and truth, messages of truth, but also it can be a young person in a search for clarity, understanding, having some type of understanding. But when it's reversed, um, there's a you're blinded to the truth. You don't quite have um, that objective eye to see what's really happening. You're so caught up in your emotions. Now, this 5 of Cups, it indicates loss and regret. So whatever it is you feel, you didn't leave everything behind here as indicated by the 8 of Cups. And so you have this 5 of Cups where um, you can see that he's mourning the 2 cups that were lost, even though he still has 3 cups. And he won't be consoled. So, Cancer, it seems like your emotions are going to be topsy-turvy all over the place in this situation. And maybe you regret sticking around. Maybe you regret giving your heart away again. Keep in mind, we're going into the near future by the end of March. And this energy, this story can actually happen throughout the year, um, especially with your other readings from other months. They're giving more clarity about a lot of situations here. And this is why we have this hangman in reverse, that you are not able to find this emotional stability with this situation that you didn't really walk away from, that you maybe thought with this world that there was going to be closure, a new beginning, but this Ace of Wands signals that um, this new beginning is not really going to happen, that maybe you fooled yourself because you're blinded by your emotions. This new beginning, you're trying again, and it's after a while you feel like you're back where you started from. You're back in that chaotic situation. Now, this says a lot about love in regards to your general career or finances and life in general. um you need to get clarity. This Page of Swords needs to be upright. And you need to not be blinded um, by your emotions. I think that's the biggest message I'm getting here with all these cups here. I don't see any coins, strangely enough. All of this seems to be about water, fire, lots of fire, lots of water, and air. The Page of Swords. And then you have the World, the Star, and the Hangman. And the Star, I think the affiliation of the Star is water as well, because there is a depiction of this cherub or angel by the river or the lake, um, emotionally drawing water. She's drawing water from the river. And I think that the Star is about having this positive energy, this emotional abundance of hope in the future. So I think Cancer, you really want to hope for the best possible outcome, but there are some things that might be recurring that might bring you back. Even though you've done your best to learn, as indicated by Nine of Wands, you've done your best to look at the past mistakes and to make sure that nothing goes wrong. It seems as if there will still be some turbulence. Now, this Page of Swords could represent a very young air sign as well. Pages are court cards, and they usually represent people, and that's the only court card you seem to have. So this could be someone who is not very, who doesn't really think things through, and you get caught up in their, they don't think things through, they're impulsive, and you emotionally get caught up with that. And I think in certain situations for some of you, I suspect that there's someone who plays on your emotions and gets you caught up from the rational or right thing to do. You should walk away, but you don't, and then you end up having some regret, as indicated by the Five of Cups. Now, your outcome card. Interesting. This is Knight of Cups in reverse. As you know, the Knight of Cups acts on love, acts on emotions. And the Knight always has ideals of love. The Knight loves being in love. The Knight daydreams, always daydreams and fantasies, but always the highest ideals of love and relationships. When this is reversed, there's a tendency to be depressed, to be moody, to be unhappy. There's definitely a tendency to be a little insecure. And maybe Cancer, that's what this situation is pulling you back into because of the Hangman that's showing up. So this situation, if this is a relationship, it's definitely putting you through a lot of emotional ups and downs. And it seems like you keep trying. And it seems as if you're emotionally invested in making this work. Um, but it's going to take an emotional toll. And it seems like that's been the theme for a lot of these readings. I don't know why the cards are all pointing to, um, making these emotional sacrifices. I'm going to pull your Angel Oracle card. Okay. All right, so the Angel Oracle card for you, Cancer. Interesting. This may not mean a lot to you. Fairies. You have a strong bond with the fairies, and your life purpose involves Mother Nature. Now you might be saying, well, a lot of good this does me. What kind of card is this? But I think, Cancer, fairies are magical creatures. And, you know, some of you might be thinking, well, why don't you just tell me to believe in Santa Claus? But as far as connecting with Mother Nature, Cancer, I think you need to be more grounded. I think you need to find your own internal stability and not depend on what this other person is doing or external circumstances. You need to find your happiness in not just Mother Nature, but I think you just need to emotionally detach and connect with the things that you do have, that internal strength, that internal. I think the star is, it's very good the stars showed up in your spread because I think you're always capable of seeing the positive and seeing the good in things. But I also think that you need to have some clarity. Um, when we connect with Mother Nature, I also think that we need to trust ourselves that we'll be taken care of and that we can take care of ourselves as well. And that's one interpretation of this Angel Oracle card, that you need to not trust so much in people because people will let us down, but you need to be able to draw from your own inner strength and be able to trust the universe around you and trust that even if you do decide to walk away, that you will be okay, you know. And so it's time, maybe, because this Eight of Cups is about that sacrifice, walking away, even though you have no reason to walk away, but it means walking away to do some soul searching, to look for something better. I don't think you should be afraid to do that sometimes, Cancer. And it doesn't mean necessarily abandoning responsibilities or your family or your children, but it simply means doing what you need to take care of you. Okay? So that is your reading, Cancer, for March. I think that you're going to be okay. Um, I think you're a very emotionally strong person. So I think you just need to get some clarity, as indicated by the Page of Swords, or start, not being overwhelmed with your emotions. So I apologize for this being late. I want to thank everybody for your support, your comments, um, all the people who've contacted me for readings. My information is in the description. Okay. And I will see you in a few weeks. Love and light.